What's better than one giant touchscreen? Two! Which is why Acer made the Iconia Touchbook. It's the only multi-touch dual-screen notebook on the market, so you can type on a virtual keyboard 1 minute, then cycle through applications with the Acer Ring the next. Powered by an Intel Core i5 processor and 4 gigs of RAM, this laptop is ready for anything your hands can throw at it, starting at $1,600.
In addition to batteries, I require Chris Hardwick, and he is here now.
Yes,
So thank you for being here, good sir.
although, unlike batteries, I won't fit inside you. What? Come on. Why won't you?
Because there's a lot of reasons.
All right.
This appears to be the illegitimate child of like 2 iPads and a ThinkPad. How do you think it looks? I mean,
Well, it got a lot of the ThinkPad genes. At first I was like, cool, and then I was all like, schwa? It's 2 touchscreens with a hinge in the middle, but if they were going for portability, they did not do that. It's 6 pounds, which is pretty heavy and bulky for a laptop. You can fold it open completely flat, you know, like you like to do. But I don't know when I would do that. Otherwise, it's not offensive looking.
the entire thing is touch-based, though, so how easy is it to interact with both screens?
It's surprisingly easy. You know, it is very responsive in the touch department. They did a good job with that. Windows 7 is touch-friendly, and the Iconia takes advantage of multi-touch capable apps. You can quickly expand a window to fill 2 screens, or you can move between them, which is, in theory, is a really cool idea. Acer also built a custom launcher and several apps, including a media player and a scrapbook maker. The only one worthwhile, though, is the web browser.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's the virtual touchpad and keyboard, of course. I've had nothing but issues with it. Are you a fan?
I mean, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
You can enable the on-screen keyboard with a button on the side, or by resting the butts of your hand on the screen. Like, you just put the heels of your little hand butts.
Like, oh, I wish a physical keyboard was here. Oh, well, there's that one.
Yeah, but you just get the virtual one. The touchpad works pretty well, although the keyboard's responsive. It's just nearly impossible to type. I mean, like, you have to look down the entire time because you obviously can't feel anything.
Right.
So you're constantly looking at your fingers.
And I found that, you know, you were doing this. I felt everybody that I saw trying to use it went immediately to single finger typing.
Yeah, I don't know what the learning curve to get to like data, like Lieutenant Commander data speeds.
Right, yeah. You're not going to be shouting in handset at any time soon.
Yeah. Also, there's a little bit of confusion because Windows 7 has its own virtual keyboard, completely separate from the Acer one, which will come up on the side there.
There you go. Oh,
hey!
Keyboards everywhere!
The dueling keyboards! I'm tinier than you! And then there, so I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. What kind of apps could you run on this thing that would actually justify it, make it worth buying?
Great. So not texty ones so much, but video editor like Avid or Photoshop, where you can actually spread everything out over 2 screens and poke a lot of stuff. The productivity benchmarks were actually good, so that means that things like video editors and Photoshop and Microsoft Office should all run pretty smoothly.
All right, what about games?
Well, if you can get past the fact that there's no physical WASD.
Oh, yeah, no movement keys for first-person shooters.
You could theoretically play games on it.
There's a whole lot of theory going on in this laptop.
Yeah, the idea of it. Unfortunately, gaming just isn't really its strong suit. It wouldn't even run our benchmarks because of the integrated graphics, so it's probably not going to run the latest and greatest games at max res. Handled StarCraft at the lowest settings.
All right, here's the thing. 1,600 bones. Could be as much as $2 grand, depending upon the configuration.
Right.
I want to like it. What are we rating it?
2, are you mad? Oh my God, 2 out of 5.
That's all right.
Really mad at me. It is not a bad computer if you can find a use for it.
People are confused at how to react.
I know. They make good stuff. We've liked a lot of other stuff they've done, so I just kind of felt like this didn't work quite the way they wanted it to.
And I think to that point, for the concept of, oh, if this thing had 2 touchscreens, I don't think you could make it much better than this, really, if it's running Windows.
Right.
This is sort of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's proof that this concept isn't something we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what happens is, like, touchscreen get popular and people are like, let's put them everywhere!
Right, exactly.
You know, and then we did things like this happen. We're like, okay, let's reserve them for the right things.
There you have it. All right, thank you, Chris Hardwick, as always.
Thank you.